If you're a new agent with butterflies in your chest right now, you're like, I don't like calling leads. I can't like lead myself to pick up the phone right now. I'm extremely scared. I am kind of thinking the worst is going to happen to me. You found the right video, my friends. If you're worried about them hanging up on you, are they going to judge you? Will they know that I'm reading a script right now and somehow they're going to see right through me and hate me and just cuss me out? I don't really feel like finding out. I'm not going to push those phones and those numbers right now. I'm just not going to do it. If that's you right now, take a pause. It's normal. And I'm going to help you understand what worked for me when I was a brand new insurance agent with some of this calling anxiety, the fear, those little flutters that hit my chest. You're not alone. I've been there myself, my friends, and I've been in this industry a long time. I've been in the insurance industry combined with my telesales background. We're talking 2+ decades, over 20+ years. And I'm going to give you some tips that I hope will be a blessing to you today. So before I go into this, my name's Jason. I'm your friend in the industry, and I'm so blessed to partner in our national agency with some of the most amazing agents as well as agencies selling life, Medicare, and annuities face to face, but more importantly in the telespace. So free resources for your taking at jasonfinalexpense.com. And I hope this video is just what you need today. So, the three things that you really want to reframe is first off, if you're taking notes, number one, you don't know them. They've never seen you, smelled you, know if you got facial hair, knowing if you got ears, hair hanging out. They don't know where you live. They don't know your address right now. 99% of the time, you'll never see this person that you're going to speak to over the phone in your natural life. So you've got to really reframe the reality of what's going to take place when you get on that phone and pick up the money making machine here, because no money can be made if you don't pick up the phone. And right now we're kind of having this frame that we think, oh no, they're going to not like me. I'm really nervous right now. They're going to yell at me, say bad things, and I'm going to get beat up over the phone. And oh, it's going to be a bloodbath. Oh, your frame right now is a false reality. We all have insecurities, my friends, all of us. And when you first do something new, it does not feel great, especially if you haven't put in the training and you don't have maybe the right techniques to dive into it. Know that you're not alone. Insecurity is natural, it's normal, and you're going to get right through this as you push, not in a pressury way, but in a processed way. So understand you'll never see them. And when you screw up on a sales call, and I said when you screw up, my friends, on a sales call, it's going to be okay. Think about what's the worst thing that can happen. They yell at you. Well, if you're an adult right now, you've probably been yelled at a couple times as a kid, right? Did it kill us? No. Did it take us off this planet? No. Does it feel good? Nope. Don't like it. Don't like it, right? Understand, if you screw up and when you screw up on sales calls, you're safe. They don't know what you look like, and vice versa. So know that this is just a fun process. You're in a safe place. Let's just have some fun and make some phone calls. Dialing for dollars. I want you thinking in that light. Positive, powerful thoughts. Understand, belief is the backbone of sales, and it's a very simple business. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. This is why so many insurance agents fail. Calling anxiety is a very big reality of the industry. But know that the reason that maybe you're feeling anxious is because insecurities are bleeding out. Know that if you screw up, the big word here is safe. SAFE. I'm safe. I'm secure. If they say bad things to me, well, I've had things said to me that weren't nice and I lived right through it. So you're going to be okay unscathed here. So you don't know them. Let's now knuckle forward. Tip number one. Now, number two, we've got to understand that when the rejection comes, not if the rejection comes. It's the insurance industry, my friends. It's going to be in a position where you got to have your dukes up, right? Not in an adversarial way, but understanding that no is never personal. No's are part of the process. When you start processing it in your mind that way, it'll help you have a chance of making more money. Pretend this is a game. If you gamify the insurance industry and these phone calls that you're going to be leaping forward with, it's going to help you help the client win. But also, the next objective is all about being good at objections, good at your scripting, so that you sound more confident, more competent, so that your offerings are now more compelling. But don't be afraid of making mistakes. Don't be afraid of flubbing over your own tongue. If you subscribe and watch my channel, you'll see me flubbing over my own tongue at times as well. It's normal. We are human and it's going to happen. Give yourself a little bit of grace. Nothing here is personal. You're going to proceed to the next phone call. If a call doesn't go great, okay, next. When you hear no and you get hung up on, you need to be thinking one word, next, the next opportunity for you to launch forward. Don't maybe take this negative attitude because you'll get nothing good with negativity. Just focus on the no, just means the next thing I do is this, this, and this. All right. Small steps here is what I want you to see. The business is not easy, but it is simple. So be prepared for the objections that will come so that you can overcome some of this anxiety right now because you already know the game. You already know that defense is needed. It's not just about offense. Think about football teams. They play the tapes, right? So you want to record your script. You want to now be ready. You want to be prepared like the men and women in our agency that train for 5 days straight in telesales before they touch a single phone call. Football teams don't win from walking on the field and just doing offense. Remember, defense wins a ton of games. And if you want to have the best chance of having a ton of take home pay in an industry where 90% of the agents fail, be tight on your defense. The temporary pain is worth it because your next sales call could be a huge pile of cash or a monster sale or a monster payday for you today. I want you thinking about profitability. I want you thinking about the prosperous things that can happen when you win because football teams that just get trashed, and I mean hammered and just hurt, when they win, are they thinking about their bruises? Are they thinking about all the ibuprofen they got to pop? At the end of the day, no. When they win that game, the game is won by the mind that they have, by the training, that technique, the power that they put in to every practice, every tape, the boring tapes, the chewings that they get from their coaches saying, do this, you did this wrong, let's do this a little better, let's go. In the insurance industry, understand objections are kind of like the same. You've got to be able to help the client win. You're going to get pushback, right? You got to keep going. You got to keep growing in the industry so that you can become a better communicator to have a better chance of bringing that big cash home to your families and yourself. And there's no promise of success. This is a performance-based business, and those that do are those that get, and you can get up and go today because you're going to train for it. You're going to understand no rejection is personal. You've got the processes and the turnkey systems like what we have here to be able to proceed. It's going to give you more security, give you more safety, and hopefully will help you overcome some of this kind of call reluctance that you're really feeling right now. Now, number three, I want to share with you that the butterflies that you're feeling right now is not abnormal. You're not alone. This is any industry will be really kind of clunky when you're brand new. This is why you got to understand I had butterflies when I made my first telesales call. Period. I was like running to the restroom, watch my older content, speaks the same. This is big. Butterflies in your belly will happen. But guess what? Action fixes everything. When they say no and you're like, oh, I'm still alive. Wow, I may be sweaty, but okay, I made my first sales call. Awesome. Nobody's hurt. I'm safe. Back to tip number one. All right. Fear is normal. It's natural, but it doesn't define you. Keep dialing, keep smiling. Practice makes perfect. Any top producing insurance agent will say, take it one dial at a time. Don't be too tough on yourself. Just take the next call. You'll get better with time, with training, with technique. Practice this business and get ready to give the best of yourself, not the rest of yourself, over these phones. And you got to practice like you want to win. You got to be ready for that phone call when it comes, but you're going to make mistakes. Part of the industry. It's okay because guess what? I do too. And I've been in this industry an extremely long time. We've got so many amazing agents that partner here, and they will tell you that, you know what, every now and then they stumble too. So know that that's okay. Your success will happen from just leaning forward. Know that you won't get hurt. Know that you'll never see this person that you talk to over the phone, most likely. And when you make it, there's no better life than this. Your next sales call, that next small step towards your big goal, may give you some things that are massive. Keep the powerful opportunity in what you're going to attain in front of you, and the business and anxiety may just dissolve like a snowflake. If you need any help, reach out at jasonfinalexpense.com. We'll serve you. I hope this video was just what you needed today to attain the greatness that you know is in front of you. We'll see you soon, my friends. And remember, you've got what it takes.